Hi, here we are again in this room,
Forest room.
space. Yes, in this forest room.
It's very relaxing.
Yes, it is. You had been talking about anxiety. We were going to talk about codependency.
Yeah.
Okay. But what is it that you do have to say about anxiety?
So I have anxiety and depression. I feel like I'm going to just say a bunch of random things about anxiety, so just bear with me, guys. For me, I realized my anxiety was kind of making me very insensitive to other people, like kind of very abrupt or jerky, and not like intentionally so, but like it just, since it puts me on edge, it's just kind of like all the time.
See, and I don't understand that at all. I don't like irritability and whatnot.
Oh
it's
God,
like, especially
irritable
being
all the time
in this space, like in this space. So for you to say like this is really calming, to be in this space, that really means something, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think being out in nature, I mean, I'm sure a lot of people experience like being in nature, being like by water and stuff is very calming and relaxing.
Yeah.
But you know, when I wasn't getting my anxiety treated or my depression, like I just would be on edge. It'd be really hard to like relax or calm down or just enjoy things. And I always felt like I had to be, like I like to do things, but I always had to be busy doing something or working. It was almost kind of like compulsive as a way to like calm me down. Right? You know what I mean? Because if you keep doing repetitive...
I've read about it.
It can be calming.
Well, yeah, I deal with stimming, like, and I do that, you know, it's like, and I didn't know that was the name for it, what I was doing, but it's like, I'll listen to the same song for like 2 hours.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
On repeat. I'll just listen to that same song again and again and again.
Got it.
Sometimes if there's something spinning, like a ceiling fan,
I'll
just stop and watch it, you know?
Okay. And then what does that do for you?
I suppose it centers me.
Okay.
You know? Well, it's self-soothing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Part of me needed,
Yeah.
You know, there's probably so much sensory input, and so part of me was just kind of like, that's not changing.
Oh, and it's like, thank God.
You know, I can depend on that, so I'm just going to stare at that. So is that sort of what you're talking about? Like compulsive?
I'm going to say yes, it's self-soothing, or like for me, doing things like organizing and cleaning, that actually does help calm me down because I don't have to think about it. And maybe it gets me more in my body, right? When you're cleaning and moving around and stuff. Like I was telling my husband, I clean the floors, like really wash them. Don't judge us. We probably haven't washed them literally since we moved in. Maybe once or twice. But and I was like, wash these floors. And I was on Rampage that weekend for cleaning, and so I was like, okay, but it was so calming. And I really enjoyed it. And I was like, kind of like, oh, this is odd, and it's calming. And now I understand why my dad is like a compulsive cleaner.
Oh, okay.
It's so calming.
Well, I suppose so.
In a weird way. But I also have chosen, like I've tried many things to manage my own anxiety. I also have an autoimmune illness, like I have a thyroid disorder. And so I don't know how, mine is like, let's say an atypical thyroid disorder where I had radioactive iodine to kill it. So I have way less thyroid than most hypothyroid patients.
Sure.
Most people dip below and then they just take Synthroid and they're fine, but mine is coupled with like a lot of food allergies. I take more amounts of thyroid. Because I have food allergy gut problems, I also have absorption problems, and so I really have to kind of pay attention to what I eat and what I drink and my exercise levels if I want to be functional.
Yeah.
Right. And so for me, it's like I walk a fine line between like I have to have a really, you know, watch what I eat, I have to exercise, I have to get enough sleep. And so I was doing all the lifestyle medicine, let's say.
Yeah.
But I still wasn't doing anything else for anxiety. Like I got some therapy and some this or that. Plus I also think I have, you know, undiagnosed ADHD right now, which complicates it further.
Sure.
But finally I was getting like some pretty low lows, probably like 3 years ago. And so I decided to try medication.
Okay.
Yeah. So for my medication history, I started with Wellbutrin, which is interesting. When I took it the first time back when I was 19, it was called Zyban, and I was taking it to quit smoking. And I actually was able to quit smoking.
Oh, okay, good.
I forgot I smoked. I don't know what's in that drug, but I was like, this is great. And apparently back then they realized so many depressed people they put on Wellbutrin were spontaneously quitting smoking. And that they turned it as Zyban and marketed it, and I ended up taking it not knowing it was Wellbutrin, but I was like, I'm very calm for like 2 months, and then I quit smoking. I was like, this is great. And then I started my whole lifestyle medicine, getting to the bottom of my problems journey at 19. So, okay. Then I went on Wellbutrin again, probably 3 years ago, and I tried it for a year, it wasn't the right fit for me.
Okay.
Because it mellowed me out to such a degree that I would forget to talk. Like, people would be talking and there was like this laugh between them talking and it getting processed in my mind.
Sure.
And then me having a response that I left such a pause that most people would start talking again because the pause was so long. I thought I wasn't going to say anything. I don't know, guys. It was an interesting time.
It sounds like it.
I was told I was a great listener.
Oh, good.
That I had an amazing presence during that time.
Oh, good.
I also did not have much of a personality.
An
Did
amazing
not feel like
presence,
me.
not having a personality. I get told that myself. And that's
So,
like, I'm autistic.
right.
That's why. It's kind of like, I don't know how to have a personality, so I'll just.
That's literally, and
I'll
then
just stop.
and people were like, it just was interesting. I still have issues, right, that I have to just kind of manage, but
Sure.
it's like there's a foundation now, which has been huge, because now I can do life building activities, whereas before it was just constant reacting to things, trying to figure out why I couldn't stay stable. I'm laughing because it makes sense now.
Sure.
And so right now today that looks like I still really watch what I eat. There's certain foods I can't eat because I'm allergic. I cook a lot of my own foods. I exercise almost daily.
Yeah.
I do meditation. I get like 8 to 9 hours of sleep a night. And I have my doctors and we check my meds every 3 months for my thyroid. So, it's kind of a part-time job really.
Yes.
Like this level of health, self-care or self-management that I need is basically a part-time job, but this is what turns out to work for me. Like I wanted to be like, I take the meds, I gotta worry about any of this stuff, but that's just not how it works out.
No.
Now, once I got the anxiety depression treated, I started seeing other issues, which I now ascribe to probably ADHD.
Okay.
Yeah, so like working memory.
Yes. Here, let's
some
stop it right here.
attention.
Let's stop it right
Okay,
here.
sure.
Because I have an idea. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
stop. I'm gonna stop it right here.
Hi guys.